Hey, this is Genuine Wireless World. Today we're going to be looking at the Huawei P10 Plus and how it performed after 2 months. Alright guys, let's get right into it. So if you're watching this video, I'm sure you've already looked at this phone, you're interested and you're on the edge of buying this phone. And that's why I'm going to talk about 3 things that are going to help you decide. The first, the battery life over time. The second, the performance over time. And the third, the goddamn camera. First thing I want to show you guys is the fingerprint sensor. In the beginning, this phone's fingerprint sensor was amazingly fast, and it still is. It unlocks instantly. I'm gonna do a close-up shot right here. The phone unlocks instantly. Now, if we're gonna get into the battery of this phone, the first thing is this supercharger. Now, the supercharger, or Huawei calls it the supercharge, has performed adequately well. Now, I tried using the supercharger with a longer 5-foot cable. That does not work. I would recommend you guys only buy the Huawei original charger if you do end up losing it. I'm going to include the link below of where you can buy it. I highly recommend you continue purchasing that cable and not third-party cables, because they just don't perform as well and the quality is just not adequate. I was able to get up to 60% of battery use in less than half an hour, I believe, and that's great for me. Supercharging speed hasn't delayed, or I haven't noticed any issues with the supercharging, so it performs great in that aspect. If we get into the battery here, as you can see, the Huawei phone has about 3 battery saving modes. One is Ultra and the other is just power saving mode, and it shows you the power intensive apps. The battery life has not changed over time. The battery still lasts me about a full day, and I'm really happy with that. If we're getting into the performance, the first thing I'd like to talk about is the software updates. Over time, Huawei sent one software update. I bought this phone around 2 months ago, so in September, and Huawei has sent one software update. However, you shouldn't expect any Android updates anytime soon. The overall performance of this phone has been really amazing. I haven't experienced any lags or any freezing of any kind. There have been a few times where the phone has crashed an app, but that doesn't happen often. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this phone's capabilities in front of you guys. I'm just going to open Play Store and we're going to download an app while we're going to use an app. So we're just really going to push it to the max and see if anything happens and see if the phone crashes or not. Now let's get into the camera. This is my favorite part of this video because this camera is the best camera I've used on any phone. Let's start off with showing you this picture. I took this picture in the aperture mode, and when you take a picture in the aperture mode, there's this little circle at the top that it's a little aperture icon that allows you to change the focus afterwards. You can increase it or decrease the wide aperture there. That is really cool, because if I took a picture and I wasn't able to focus it, as long as the picture was taken on the wide aperture mode, I can really go ahead and focus on whatever I want at that point. So it does get the whole picture for you, and that's really great. I'm going to do a live test of the camera now. Let's see, I'm just going to take a picture of this watch, and we're going to see how the focus and the wide aperture effect really comes in handy. I'm going to show you how the lighting changes. As you can see, as I drag my finger along for the focus, I can really decide on where I want to take this lighting and how this will be affecting the picture. I'm zooming into the picture. As you can see, it's really clear. Like it's a really good clear picture